Hi DIYers, Sterling from Alarm Grid here, and today we're going to show you how to get back into your Lynx Touch L5100 system programming screen if you have locked yourself out. This will also work if you don't have your current installer code. So if you bought a house that had a Lynx Touch and you weren't sure what the installer code was, this will allow you to get into the programming where you can then change and access that installer code programming. So this is one of the most popular questions we get. Not exactly sure why Honeywell added this feature to this panel. It's a unique thing to the Lynx Touch that no other Honeywell system has, but we're going to highlight how you first of all are locking yourself out so that you can avoid it in the future, and then for those people that have locked themselves out, we'll show you how to get back in so you can continue to use your system. So first we're going to show you getting into programming. You hit More, Tools, you enter your installer code. We have it set to the default 4112. And we're not quite into programming yet. We're on this screen here, but if you hit Program, you see at the top it switches over to System Programming, and we are now into all the options that allow you to program your zones and your other system settings. So, anytime you're making your changes and you get to this screen, if you hit the back arrow, you're asked this prompt: allow installer to re-enter programming. This is the key screen, and this is where everyone gets tripped up. If you were to hit yes, you're telling the system, yes, do allow me to go back in. If you hit back, More, Tools, enter the installer code and hit Program, we're back in, no problem. If we hit back and we happen to inadvertently say no, or we don't know exactly why they're asking us this and we hit no, they do ask you, are you sure, which should prevent some accidental lockouts, but if you do still confused, you don't know why they're asking you, and you say yes, and then we back out, we will no longer be able to get back into programming. A weird quirk is that we are allowed to get back in as long as we just said no. So I'm not sure, it's about a minute or so would have to elapse before you would actually be locked out. To avoid having to wait a minute, I'm just going to arm my system and then do a disarm. And now if I try to go back into programming, I'm allowed to get to this screen: Program, Test, Rules, Events, Initiate, Download, and Schedules. But if I try to hit Program, the screen doesn't go anywhere. So we have people call us all the time and say, hey, my Lynx Touch is not working. What's going on? And if I ask them, hey, is it because you can't get into programming? And they say yes, we know that they've been locked out. So we've now locked ourselves out, and we're going to show you that if you've done this, how to get back in. So what you're going to need to do is power cycle your panel. There's 3 different ways to power cycle a Lynx Touch. You can use the tabs along the top, pop them open, open the case, remove the battery, the backup battery on the inside, and unplug your transformer. That would fully power the system down, and then you can power back up. Much easier way to do it is by doing a system reboot from the panel programming. So you can do it from 2 screens. You can do it with your master code, and you would go to Test, and you have a handy reboot right there. System would power cycle and we'll get back in. We're not going to do it yet because I want to show you the other way to do it is by going to the programming section. Go into your installer code 4112. We still can't get to program, but we can go to Test, Diagnostics, and then Reboot. So you hit Reboot, they'll ask you, are you sure? We are. We do want to power cycle the panel. Panel boots up. You get this pretty little prompt as it loads up everything for the panel. We're going to wait for the screen to go white and then come back up. Loading all the files, screen goes white, goes black, and then comes back up. As soon as this comes up, red system standby, you have to press and hold the off key, which is this open padlock. You press and hold until the red bar at the top switches green, ready to arm. You let go. You press it again. You have a keypad. And this is what's important here. You hit clear and then 0, 0. And then now when you hit program, you're back in. So obviously that was perfect for when we locked ourselves out. Again, if we did not know our installer code and we weren't necessarily locked out, but we weren't able to get in because we didn't know the code, That's a way to get in without knowing the code. So now we're back in, and if we were to exit and we say yes this time, our system is unlocked and we're back into programming. So hopefully this will help you out if you've locked yourself out. If you have any questions or you're not able to get back in, please leave us a comment below, and make sure to subscribe to our channel.